Daily Broadside, day 716. Heard the other day Melania Trump talking, touting some book she'd written. All right. Now, unless she's going in and doing a tell-all about her life with Don, I don't really care. Okay. I think she was a model. Then she married somebody when she came to this country and became the first lady. It's not really that impressive if you think about it. I don't know what she's got to talk about because, again, unless it's an expose about corn stars and all the flamboyance and all the craziness, I don't want to hear it. And quite frankly, I don't want to hear from anybody who is a first lady or second gentleman or whatever the hell he's called, Emma. I don't care what any of these people. We didn't elect you, okay? I think it was Bill Burr that said, and I could be wrong. I think it was Bill Burr. He's talking about, he's like, why we got all these dang first ladies running their mouth about stuff? There's very few of them that have ever done anything, okay? Eleanor Roosevelt, like I mentioned the other day, probably one of the ones that, she clearly did the most, but not many people do the kind of stuff that she did, most of them are just, they're figureheads. They just kind of look pretty in the background, and some of them don't look that pretty. But here's the thing, right? So Bill Burr, I think, was talking about how, like, why do we care what anybody says from the mouth of the first lady? When you call a plumber, you have the plumber come to your house and he looks at your, problem, he assesses it, and he goes, do you ever say, hey, let's get your wife on the horn and get her opinion of it? No, I didn't hire her. I didn't hire anybody but you. I didn't elect anybody but you. Now, it doesn't matter if you didn't elect them or not. You voted for the other person or whatever. But the point is, they come with the package. I get it. We've had very few bachelor presidents. But y'all just need to just be cool, okay? We don't care what y'all have to do. What was Obama doing? She was like gardening and doing some kind of vegetable garden in the backyard, like school. Man, quit, okay? Quit tilling up the south lawn or whatever it's called, But here's what I'm getting at. I heard Melania talk, and it occurred to me. I was like, I don't think I've ever heard her talk, but like once or twice. And it's kind of weird. And I'm sure it has something to do with this ain't her primary language, we heard from Laura Bush. God, we heard from Hillary. We're hearing from Imhoff a lot. And all these people talk too much, right? But Melania doesn't hardly talk at all. She's a very stoic lady, And I was kind of like, is this her voice? Is this the first time I've heard it? Maybe this is the third time I've heard it. I don't remember what she sounded like. It's just kind of weird. And while we're on the topic of presidents, I got a problem with all these presidents cussing, okay? I cuss like a sailor most days. I have a concept of what is presidential in my head, okay? And leadership is part of it. And I just don't think it's very presidential to be cussing, okay? Or saying things that are profane and whatnot. Save that for the rest of us. I don't know what it is, mate. Call me old-fashioned, but I just don't want my president dropping the F-bomb. And they both, Biden and Trump both do it. I ain't heard Kamala say nothing, but I'm sure, she does. And that's the one good thing I'll say about her is she hadn't cussed in front of me. I don't want to hear that. Although tomorrow, I hope she gets so flustered she cusses. And again, I don't know why I have to preface this, but I'm not a Trump guy, right? I think he's a much better candidate than that goofball who got like less than 1% of the vote. But that doesn't mean that I like him. There are some policy issues that I have with him, and there's some policy things that I like about him. I think he's very entertaining. I will give him that, and I cannot wait for tomorrow. I love a debate just about more than anything else on planet Earth, President Earth, whichever. I just love them. I hate that they're only like 2 hours long. I could watch one 47 hours straight. I love them. I can't get enough, and I cannot wait for this dumpster fire to begin tomorrow night promptly. Oh, it's going to be so classic. I cannot wait. But again, no cussing, okay? You can mock people. Well, I don't even know if you should be mocking people. I did laugh out loud the other day because he called him George Slopadopoulos. I love all the little nicknames, little pet names that Trump comes up for all these goofballs, And Slopadopoulos, he's like 5'3". He's a tiny little diminutive guy, but nevertheless, I do enjoy that. But at the same time, I'm kind of, it's kind of like how I'm very libertarian in my ways. It's like, I don't think you should have to cut your grass. You should let your grass grow as high as you want. That's the freedom that we enjoy in this world. And I don't think any city or county or state or federal government should be able to mandate you whether you cut your grass or not. If you want to have 47 feet of grass, That's your prerogative. It's your property. But at the same time, I don't want to live next to somebody who's got that much grass, because not only does it look unsightly and ugly, and of course we can get off in the weeds about lawn care and how that came about and how much of a waste of money that is, and it's not good for that. I get that, but there's something beautiful about a beautiful yard. But there's also things that tall grass brings in, vermin and whatnot. There's a lot of bad things they bring in. So why the hell am I talking about grass? So that's my example. I'm kind of torn there, I like the mocking, but I want it to be presidential. But I do enjoy the mocking. It's some good mocking, and I hope there's good mocking tomorrow. I'm talking. That's not even funny. That's not even a good line, I just can't wait. It's gonna be great. I hope it goes into like a bonus hour or something like that, And I've decided that a good name for a restaurant would be Pedestals. Just sounds like a good name. I was at a pizza joint a couple weeks ago. They bring the pedestal out to put your pizza up on. And then you got to look up to get your food because it's, higher than the table and all. And it occurred to me that nothing else we get. And I get that pizzas are irrationally big compared to most food items that we buy in a restaurant. But nothing else we buy comes on a pedestal, I think it'd be cool if a restaurant put everything on pedestals. Everybody wore bibs. Had plastic covering seats because if something get knocked, your drink is on a pedestal. Your silverware sits on a pedestal. Everything is on a pedestal. There's nothing on the table. Your cell phone goes on a pedestal. And I think pedestals is a cool name. And I'll throw another thing in. If I owned pedestals, one thing I would do just to make people go, pigs in space, give it that pigs in space view, if you know, is I would play that baby music. You know how you're in a hospital and they play the little, I don't even know what it is, the little baby music, and a baby's been born, and they play that throughout the hospital. I would do that periodically at random in the restaurant of pedestals. People be like, can I get some cream corn? Was a baby just born in the kitchen? I just think that would be kind of cool, and it would have no relevance to the population. We people could come up and be like, was a baby, or y'all, why was it? We don't know. I think a baby was born. You could lie, you can make it up. They won't know the difference. The last thing I'll say is I'm gonna give a plug to another TikToker because I thoroughly enjoy his content. His name is Eric FNYC. Now, I don't know what the F stands for. I can only assume because he lives there. I don't know. He seems to have a kind of a love-hate relationship with the city, but it's ERIK FNYC, if I'm not mistaken. And he's hilarious. He does just great. If you want to visit New York or you want to know about New York, this dude knows it all. He'll tell you how to get to the airport, what train station and what not to take to avoid having to pay a bunch of money. He'll tell you where to eat the best deli sandwiches. He'll tell you how to deal with the homeless. He'll tell you how to get, on mass transit. It's just great. And there's just dozens and dozens of these videos. Even if you have never been to New York, you've heard some things about it. It's very funny. So I encourage you to look it up, ERIKF NYC. Agiddy.